I'm gonna teach you how to sound like this on Bandlab.
Yeah, you can download this preset, link in the description. Or the pin comment, man, you know I wasn't tripping.
Before we begin, if you like this vocal preset and want to download it for yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description or the pinned comment. But without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I added was a noise gate, and essentially that's going to remove any background noise whenever you're not rapping. A lot of us might have a bit of a scuffed recording set, or maybe you can hear a lot of white noise, maybe there's even a fan in the background, which obviously is not recommended. But if that's the case, anytime that you're not rapping, you can remove all the noise that appears in the mix by using this noise gate. So you adjust the threshold to wherever your vocals sort of stop, which for me is -32, and then I put an attack and a release of 100 milliseconds. Then I added the first of 2 EQs. I got the EQ 3M, and the first thing I did was I left the low as it was, boosted the highs 2.7 decibels, and for the mids, as I do in every video, I raised it all the way up, played the song, and started sweeping around in the mid-sweep section to see where the most annoying frequencies are. So in my case, it was around the 2.7 kilohertz range. And then once that's done, I dropped the mids to -6.1 decibels. Then I added a graphic EQ, and this is just to get a little more surgical. So for instance, anything under 100 hertz I removed with the -4.4 decibel change. Boosted 1.3 decibels in the 400, boosted a bit in 800 and 1.6K, and also in 3.2K, but very little differences that I just felt worked in this case. Then I added a de-esser, and this is to remove the harsh S sounds that appear in the mix. In my case, I put the frequency at 9,000 hertz, and I put the threshold at -1.8 decibels. The lower you crank the threshold, the more noticeable it will be. If you're trying to level up your music career and want to upload your music to Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, click the second link in the description, because that's going to get you 7% off of DistroKid, the best music distribution platform on the internet. It's already only 20 bucks for you to upload an unlimited amount of songs and albums, so 7% off that is even better. Again, second link in the description. Now back to the tutorial. Then I added an FBK compressor, and the main thing I did was I put an attack of 63 milliseconds and a release of 373 milliseconds. The attack is really important. If we dropped it even lower, it would cut the transients and really affect the voice and make it sound like it's in the background. So we don't want that. We want to keep the transient while compressing everything else. Then the threshold, I put at 5.9, ratio 8:1, and I put a makeup gain of 8 decibels to make up for the lost volume. And then finally, the 2 spatial effects, I put a ping pong delay, very little, a mix level of only 7%. Put it at quarter beats with a feedback of 9%, a cutoff of 920 hertz, just so it's really in the background, and a stereo spread of 100 I felt was right. And then finally I added a studio reverb, put the mix at 18%, so again quite low, a tone of 64%, and a room size of 19%. But that's how you get a POLO G vocal preset on Bandlab. Again, if you like this vocal preset and want to download it for yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more tutorials like this. Comment below what other artists you want me to tackle, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.